Begin by rubbing your hands together, create some heat, and then plug your thumbs into your thymus, hands against each other. Inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. We begin with the Caliber of Life meditation. You can be in hero or rock pose. You can also be in easy pose. Arms are straight out in front of you. Right hand makes a fist with a thumb up. The left hand goes around that fist with the thumb up. The base of the hands and the thumbs touch, and gaze is over the thumbs like a flame. Draw the shoulders back rather than pulling them forward. And begin by inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding the exhale out for 15 seconds or as long as is comfortable for you. Inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding the exhale out. Count of 15, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue inhaling 5 seconds, exhaling 5 seconds or counts, and holding out for 15 seconds or counts. Holding the breath out may be very difficult for many, so just do it as long as what you can feel comfortable, just possibly a little past that, and then continue. Up for 5, down for 5, out for 15. To end, inhale deeply, hold the pelvic floor up, Mula Bandha, and then exhale. Make your way to standing, removing any props that you have in the way, and come to mountain pose. Feet underneath of the hips, stacking the shoulders over the hips, and lifting the chin parallel to the ground. Shoulders are rotated slightly out, fingers towards the front, palms towards the front. Pressing in with the balls of the feet, lifting the inner arches, lifting the toes, and then setting them back down. Engaging everything from the feet up to the hips, spiraling upward and outward. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, bend at the waist, forward fold. And then walk out to table position on hands and knees. And inhale, send the belly down and the chin up and the tailbone up. Exhaling to cat. So being gentle with the spine depending on where you are right now. Inhaling and exhaling. You may have a lot more movement and flexibility in your spine than I do. Just isolate the movement so that only your spine is really moving like a wave with your tailbone and with your chin. And you may speed things up. In Kundalini, often the cat-cows are much quicker. And come back to neutral and sink back into a child's pose for a moment. The only thing that matters is where you are inside. So come back up to table and then walk the hands out, forearms down, staying on the knees here and keeping the spine straight and or coming up on the toes for forearm plank, pressing the heels back and the top of the head towards the front, forearms pressing down and lifting up and out of the shoulders. Everything is engaged. And lower back down to the knees, tops of the feet to the mat, belly, and come into Sphinx. Breathing long, slow breathing here in and out. Feeling the downward connection, the inward towards the midline connection, the upward. And then place the hands together. And keeping the elbows bent, come back up to your knees. And if you like, then come up off the knees and lift the tailbone up for dolphin pose. The elbows are providing a platform that is possibly just a bit wider than the shoulders. And then come back down to the knees and come up to kneeling. Raise your hands up for a bit of a stretch and come back down to table. Take a few more cat-cows here. And come back down to your belly, hands underneath of your shoulders, elbows are plugged in, forehead to the mat. Raise the left foot up, keeping the hips both touching the mat, then lifting the chin, and exhale, look to the right. Inhale, center, exhale, down with the foot and the forehead. Inhale, other foot up, chin up, exhale, look to the left. Inhale, back to center, and exhale, down. Come back into your table. And now bring one foot off to the side like a kickstand of a bike. And then the other foot is long, so you are in one line on the edge of your mat. And then if you want to, you can lift the foot up and possibly bend the knee and bring the heel towards the bottom. Gaze is up. The only thing matters is where you are inside. Open back up and come to table. Shift the hips up into downward facing dog and extend the right leg up towards the sky. Bend the knees, maybe rotate the ankle, possibly stack the hips. Maybe look underneath that right shoulder. The fingers are wide, holding you evenly on both sides. And come back to your tabletop and place the other foot out to the side, kickstand, and open yourself up on that side of your mat, possibly raising that leg and maybe even bending the knee and bringing the hand to the ankle. And if it doesn't come this far, don't worry. It depends on the length of your arm and the length of your legs and nothing more. And open back up and come back to table. Walk out to lying on your belly, tops of the feet on the mat. Inhale, one foot up, come up. Exhale, chin to the other side, down. Inhale, other leg up, chin up. Exhale, other side. Inhale, exhale. And do it again. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Come back through table into downward facing dog and raise the other leg up. And your hips will be at the same level, and you might have more extension in your legs than I do as you bring the heel towards the bottom and rotate the ankle. Today I don't have much flexibility in my spine or in the fronts of my legs. And come back through to your table and allow yourself to come back down to your forearms. And if you like, back into forearm plank. Breathing, feeling the lift, coming out of the dark wherever you are. Come back down into Sphinx, pressing down, inward toward the midline, outward and upward at the same time. You most certainly can do all the things that you wish to do in your life. Bring the hands together and up on your knees once again and stay in this modified puppy on the forearms, not allowing the lower back to sink in, keeping stability there. Come back up to a closed-legged child's pose. This practice is about saying, I am ready. Come back to table and take a few cat-cows. Exhaling into your cat, inhaling to your cow, matching your breath to movement, going whatever speed your body feels like it likes, and then come back up to downward facing dog. Walk the hands back to forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, sweeping the arms towards the sky, and then hands to heart center and to your side for mountain. Find that full engagement once again. Hands come up. Exhale, forward fold, and walk out to plank or knees down plank. And then possibly take the modified side plank with knees down, or just stack everything and possibly lift the leg in this other version of side plank. Come back to center. And then for the other side, either knee down or lifted, everything is engaged. And wherever you are today is exactly where you need to be. Come down to the forearms and take a forearm plank, either with knees down or not. Forearm plank is taking one hand and bringing it towards the other elbow, stacking the joints, and then going over to that side where the elbow is down, coming back down to forearm plank, engaging everything once again, and then bringing the other hand in towards the elbow, stacking the joints, and then taking any variation on this side, including knee down. The most important thing is not about doing, it's about being. Where you are, come back down to forearm plank, and then Sphinx. Inhaling deeply and exhaling, relaxing. One cheek to the mat, shoulders are down, hands are down, feeling the total release of your body just being held. And then turn the other cheek, unless your neck only wants you to do one side. Bring your hands underneath of your shoulders and come back through tabletop. Tuck the toes and come into downward facing dog. Walk the hands back to the feet, forward fold, inhale, rise. Now we begin our Kundalini crow. So stacking all of the joints. Feet are wide, about as wide as the mat. Gonna sink down with your fingers in Anjali Mudra, so everything wrapped together except for the index fingers. And the gaze is out over your hands. And then add breath of fire through the nose, pumping the belly. When you get tired, it's okay to stand up because we're going to be doing this for 3 minutes. The more important thing is the engagement in every moment. So if you start to lose it because the mind is trying to tell you that you're not doing it right, you're tired, stand up, take a break. Come back in. If you haven't watched any other videos on Breath of Fire, this is inhaling and the lower abdomen expands, and exhaling and it comes back towards the spine. And then you're doing it fast, is like a dog panting. With the mouth open would sound like and then you just close your mouth and let it come through your nose. But if you have high blood pressure, or if you're menstruating or pregnant, then you won't take the full breath. You can simply take Ujjayi breath through the nose, long, slow, and deep. This is an opportunity to really find where you are inside. Everything comes from that. The idea that we get fit and then things will be all right, or if we get this or that, then things will be all right, is a lie that we've been told. We no longer can subscribe to that when we know that everything comes from the inside. Step the feet together and shake it out. Shake, shake, shake. And come back to mountain and bring the hands up for tall mountain. Fold forward to forward fold. Extend back out to plank and lower all the way down. Sliding the forearms underneath so the elbows are under the shoulders. Back into Sphinx. Deep breath in and out. And lower all the way down and bring the right arm out to the side like a T. And stack yourself onto your right side with your right cheek on the mat. And you can kickstand the top leg with the knee bent and the sole of the foot on the floor, or bring the hand to the back and see if you can reach your ankle. We're just releasing tension that may have been built up in the body during the Kundalini crow. Then come back onto your stomach and bring the other arm out to the side, stacking yourself on that side. Shoulders and hips are stacked. And then take any of the top leg variation that allows you to have some release during this moment. And come back onto the abdomen, up through table, and prepare yourself for seated or hero pose on your mat. So a blanket underneath of the knees, if you'd like that, or underneath the sit bones. We begin the Kriya with right nostril breathing. So if you have high blood pressure or are menstruating or are pregnant, realize that this is going to increase blood pressure and make the body very hot. So go very slowly or use the left nostril instead. So place a finger on your left nostril and gently close off the air that's going in and out of that nostril. And then inhaling only through the right and exhaling the same length of your inhalation out of the right. So inhaling long, slow, deep breath and exhaling long, slow, deep breath from the right side. You could also bring your thumb to that nostril and a finger to your third eye between your eyebrows. Just find a position that's comfortable for you, and we'll continue this for 1 minute. If you become dizzy or feel that your blood pressure is rising, then just come back to normal breath, or do the nostril on the other side for a cooling effect. You can even imagine yourself doing this if you need to take a break. Imagine the flow of energy coming up the right side and down the right side of the spinal column, all the way from the pelvis up to the nose and back down. This breath is for clarity, clear, focused mind. And let this be your last inhale and exhale through the right. And come back to your normal breathing. Adjust your sit position, if you like, for Sat Kriya. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra once again, so index fingers are released. Thumbs can be crossed or not. Drawing up from Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor, and we're mentally vibrating Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. You'll feel your stomach moving as if it has a little motor in there. On Sat, you feel the abdomen coming in and up, and on exhale, releasing Nam, coming down into the pelvis. So inhale Sat, exhale Nam. If you need to adjust your position and maybe come up to high kneeling, you can do that. Just continue. Sat Nam, 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 Sat Nam. Continue with the Sat Nam. Sat, I am Nam. Truth is my name. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Gaze can be at the brow point. So eyes are open, maybe partially closed. The eyeballs are lifting upwards towards the brow. And keep going. We have 3 minutes. If your arms get tired, remember you can bring them down and just imagine yourself doing it. And this Kriya is to help release stored fear. And to help balance the sacral chakra. For the creative energy. Inhale and hold the breath in. Draw the pelvic floor up. Hold the breath. Draw the energy in and up. Then release and exhale. Arms are still up. And now again, inhale and hold it all in. Drop pelvic floor up. Uddiyana Bandh in. Halandara Bandh. Chin lock. And then exhale and completely release. And now we begin the spinal flex. So inhaling the navel point towards the front. Exhale, arching the back. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. Mentally vibrate it. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. You can go as slowly or as fast as you want to go. Keeping Mula Bandh, the pelvic floor, lifted up, engaged. The shoulders and the chin are barely moving. All of this in the spine. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. I am, I am, I am. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. You're almost there. Inhale and hold. Draw the pelvic floor up. Slightly tuck the chin. Exhale, release. Maybe come to tabletop position and tap the feet. Moving forward, moving back. Any part of your body that feels like it needs a little movement right now. And then make your way to forward fold. Moving forward, moving back. Any part of your body that feels like it needs a little movement right now. And then make your way to forward fold. In preparing for frog pose, bring your feet as close as you can together. Your arms are down or on a chair. And then see if you can plug your heels and your big toe at least together and come up on your toes. Knees are bent wide and you look like a frog. And then you exhale, stand up, inhale, come down, look up. Inhale and exhale, and I'll show you from the side what this looks like. And if you have any knee condition or ankle condition, this is going to be something that could be quite dangerous. So I'll show you a modification here in a moment. There you go. Exhale, stand up. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to your frog. Exhale. You can go faster or slower. Just make sure that your knees are feeling okay. If they're not, then come up and let's try doing something similar. So from standing pose with your hands on your thighs, inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. So you choose which version that you would like to take. We're going for 26 of these. Take your time. Just keep going in whatever version you choose, or imagine yourself doing it until you're ready to be done, or you've done 26. And really, that's just a number. The most important thing is where you are inside and not some arbitrary number. And in Kundalini, nothing is really arbitrary. Go ahead and begin to shake it out. Tapping the thighs. I like to reset by tapping the thighs and then coming up and crossing at the hips or above inside my shoulders. Just kind of recalibrating the muscles. Plus it's fun. It's like, thank you very much for doing that, body. And then you're going to come down to seated. So make yourself comfortable, and we begin the head nods, which is the last in this series. So inhaling left, exhaling right. Drawing up the pelvic floor. Spine is straight, only thing is moving is the neck. Inhaling, vibrating, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam. I am, I am. Nodding your head, no, no, you are not wrong. We have a choice to live fully or to live in fear. No, I will not live in fear. I am. I am. If you start to get dizzy or if your neck is not feeling good, just make slight motions or take a break. Your neck may be able to have much more of a range of motion than mine. And just listen to your body and be where you are. Everything comes from within. And come back to center and take a moment to just notice how you feel after that very powerful Kriya. And perhaps you feel clarity, or like you have some air or noise that needs to escape. Now bring one hand up from the side, palm facing down the midline. And then inhale that palm up the midline and out to the side. For the other hand, same thing, inhaling it up, exhaling palm down, inhaling up the midline, and exhaling the palm down. And then perhaps you bring both of them together. Inhale up and cross at the wrists, hover in front of the heart. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, cross, exhale, hover over the heart. Inhale, open like the sun. We'll come to lying down, so whatever softness you would like to place underneath of your body so that you can be very comfortable. I am going to place a pillow down where my knees will be so that I can elevate my feet, my lower legs, and then lie down and slightly elevate. So this can help to relax the spine. Knees are bent slightly, arms out. Just really feel all that is supporting you. And if you notice that you have any additional tension still in the body, take that body part and bring tension to it as much as you can, and then consciously release that tension. So maybe bringing one or both arms up, making fists and clenching, and then relaxing and letting go of all of it. Maybe the feet as well, the toes, lifting them up, and then feeling the tension all the way up into your hips, and then exhale and just release all of it. And bring your knees in. Maybe bring the feet wide on the mat and drop the knees in towards each other. Your hands into your abdomen, bringing that warmth from your practice. Bring both arms out, and then let the knees come wide again and fall to one side and gaze to the other side. Bring them back to center And then let them go to the opposite side and gaze in the opposite direction of your knees. Bring both knees back up and maybe bring them in and give them a hug. Maybe rock back and forth on the spine lengthwise. And you might be able to rock so much that you can come to seated. For our longevity meditation today, once you're comfortable, you're going to bring your right hand out and bring your ring finger to your thumb. And the other fingers that are left out are going to be as straight as possible. And then with your left hand, bring your pinky finger to your thumb with the 3 middle fingers as straight as possible. Plug your elbows in to your side, and then palms are facing out, and begin with the fast O breath. So this is a circle type mouth, small circle, not a big one. Again, you'll feel the navel pump, so this is like breath of fire, only through that open circle mouth. Breathe like you're alive. Keep going. You might get a bit dizzy or dry mouth. You can take a break and then just come back in. What you truly want is always within you. Tap into that presence within you for your best life in every moment. Just keep going. Just got about halfway through. Let yourself breathe like you are fully alive. Then inhale and hold the breath. Hold. And exhale, release. Inhale again and hold as long as you can, up to 30 seconds. Release when you need to. And do it one more time. And come back to normal breath and notice how you feel in this moment. Bring your hands together. Plug the thumbs into the thymus. Take a deep breath in. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Sat Nam. Namaste.